Somebody came up with an out-of-the-box idea probably in that same exact moment. The key is putting action behind it. And then we've got that globe, which I think is vision.
Very lively, very genuine. Yes, I think that's the word. There's something about her that makes you feel, oh my God, she's speaking from her heart.
And as the daughter of those two Ethiopian immigrants, and as a person of color who went through teenage depression after we lost our home to foreclosure a month before I turned 16, and as a woman who later paid my way through college, at one point I became confused and overwhelmed, much like this picture, on how to tell my story through a lens of empowerment and excellence.
Now, the president also said that he lowered the flags for the late Senator John McCain without hesitation, but former Homeland Security staffer Miles Taylor said this was not true and that the president was angry that DHS notified federal buildings to do so.
رحب بحضور مايك بنس.
You know, it's possible Mike.
نعم من المحتمل أن يحضر مايك.
I am live outside of the courthouse. It's very quiet right now, but it will be a different story within the next several hours. Jury selection is set to begin at 9 a.m. for the Bill Cosby trial. The actual trial will take place across the state.
Thank you for waking up with us on your holiday weekend. It is 5:48, and we've got good news and not so great news in the weather department, right? Are you with me, Erie? As soon as I was able to step into my power and own all that I am, I was able to be seen and help others be seen in their most authentic light.
Dynamic, engaging.
So then I started looking at some other things like, well, what else could be summed up with excellence? And preeminence, merit, greatness, and worth all came up. But I still thought, well, then that is depending on people's personal feelings, opinions, and tastes. So it is subjective, right? It's subjective. So I think that we need to look at excellence from a different lens, a different point of view. I believe excellence is consistently striving to be the best version of ourselves. So what does that mean, Bofta? How do we get to that? Well, welcome to what I believe are my 3 golden nuggets of excellence. The power of grit, the decision to be open, and the vision, as we just heard James talk about, to move us forward. And so when I thought of that first piece of grit, that's the thing that you can't buy, right? Grit is the thing, the fire in your belly, it's the stamina, it's the perseverance, it's the 100 TV applications, it's the keep on going, finish this sentence, when the going gets tough, the tough get. Oh, you guys gotta do better than that.
She uses humor in her presentation. I think it helps lighten the mood, gets everybody energized and paying attention, and then the ability to bring it to a more serious point and allow them to grasp those key takeaways. It was really perfect.
If you're looking for someone who's inspiring and who will get the group of people that they're presenting to excited and feeling really good when you walk out, Bofta's your girl.
And that's how many people feel when I start working with them. It's like, yeah, I know I have a story. I've done so many things and it's complicated and there's so much there. How do we go in and extract it? These are the experiences that shape you. They're like the supporting cast. But the core story is who you are. And the same thing for your business. Your business has a core story.
Her approach and delivery really spoke to the team and to the room. And so you can tell that she can adjust and be flexible to be able to apply her messages appropriately.
Show of hands. Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you for sharing. Can you give her a round of applause? She's sharing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. But I did have the desire, and I still trusted my gut. So the same gut that I used to drive south and just take this leap. My friends thought I was half crazy. I had to go somewhere where I knew no one. But that same gut feeling that I used for that is the same gut that I used to start my own business.
She speaks so eloquently and she's knowledgeable. She's also has, this diplomatic air about her. I don't think you can pick a better person. So definitely first choice.
Just talking to folks who happened to do my day-long live intensive workshop. It was intense, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But it was phenomenal. the inspiration that we got out of this was that Bofta helped us to say, hey, you need to take the next step. And can you make that, take that leap of faith, take that risk? And, sometimes people need, a little push.
But when you open your arms, you're saying, I'm ready for you. I've got this. Hey, how you doing?
But what you have is special. What you're doing is great. So embrace that and say it with authority when you go out there.
How's everyone doing tonight? Are you all ready to have a good time? He's great. Where is he? He's great. Raise your hand. That's the energy we want tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There we go. Look, are you all ready to have a good time tonight? I can't hear you. Yeah. All right. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy lives. I know that you got a lot going on, and you decided to make this a priority tonight.
So when we talk about business, and you mentioned this, that a lot of people don't always see the struggle that happens, the day in, the day out struggle, the self-doubt. What's an example of self-doubt that you've experienced on your road to success? Here you are as authors and speakers and dynamic coaches. One example of where you struggled and you really questioned yourself, but had that moment where you said, you know what, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to just keep continuing to fight.
So beyond social media, which I'm sure you're doing, I would also say network with some of these organizations and see if you can contribute their own panels and speak your story, which is really, really powerful. So, wrapping up, I know that we're short on time. Can we please give a round of applause for these powerhouse women? Please stand up. Give them a round of applause.
I am elevated. I am empowered. I am encouraged.
I would tell someone who's thinking of hiring Bofta as a speaker that they should just go ahead and jump in with both feet, because they're going to get everything that they're looking for and more.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me here today. I certainly appreciate you. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Close your eyes. And I just want you to imagine the number one way that Erie has actually pushed you personally to be more open to change. Just think about that for a second. The number one way that Erie has pushed you personally to be more open to change. Just stay with that for just one moment. Now open your eyes and bring your awareness back to me. Now I want you to look at your neighbor and say, hey neighbor. And I want you to tell them the one thing that you just thought of in your head. Tell them. Go ahead. You got 15 seconds. I'm on the clock now. Tell them.
She's incredible, just incredibly engaging and fun, and tells a phenomenal story that resonates with a lot of people. So overall, I would say if you're thinking of hiring her, definitely do it.